morning and welcome all of you to my YouTube channel Animals and Pets with Partho. Today I take you back nearly 50 years when I started in dogs. Well, when I came to dogs in the early 70s and I started exhibiting, I soon realized that this is a passion that I would like to pursue. From my very childhood, I have been deeply attracted to our four-legged friends, the dogs. So when I came of age, I requested my parents, who were also animal lovers and dog lovers in particular, they gave me a dog that I could make a beginning with. My first show, my boxer bitch, Baril von Damasha, bred by late Dilip Kumar Don, won a challenge certificate. I was then the dog show bug had already got to me, and it was dog show after dog show. Then I started helping the clubs which were run by very senior aristocratic people of Calcutta. I helped them in compiling catalogs and taking entries, go and visit people's houses to even fetch entries personally. So and physically, you had to go in those days make people agree to bring their dogs to a dog show, so we went and did all that legwork in those days. In the early 80s, I had already decided that I would like to become a judge, and for that I found out all the systems that prevailed in those days. The system of that time was a carryover from the British era. There were hardly any changes there, and they had whatever was the system in England was possibly the system in India, because that was run by a fully British committee, along with a few, of course, the aristocratic Rajas and Maharajas of those days. Well, in 1981, I became a member of the Kennel Club of India, and I went up to Coonoor. I met Mr. Thomas Matthews, and he had actually known me because I was a ring steward under him, stewarding under him at one Calcutta show. So he was very happy to make me a member of the Kennel Club of India, and then encouraged me to pursue the career of judging. Of course, the money was not the criteria. There was no money in judging dogs. You only spent your own time, your energy, and of course you had to put in hours and hours and hundreds of hours of studies and thinking about dogs so that you could make a good judge. So by the time, the rules in those days, of course, were, as I will tell you, is you had to make up 3 champions in 3 different groups, which had to be bred by you and owner handled. So I think that was what the exact criteria was. Apart from that, of course, you needed to be involved in kennel clubs, in organizing, in paperwork, tabulating, and announcing and things like that. All this and hands-on training on ring stewarding. So the idea was to get you involved in every aspect of the sport, so that you learned how a dog show functions and what the judges, when you become a steward, you know what the judges expect you to do, because you have to make his job easy. You have to bring in the dogs according to your catalog and things like that and so on. So of course that era was a golden era in the Indian dog world, and the dog game just shot up, and there were hundreds of dogs in a dog show. We had several hundreds, and then at the 1995, the National Dog Show in Delhi, which was organized by Mr. Ashutosh Dal Sharma, we had an entry of nearly 1,200 dogs. I was fortunate to be a steward in that show, where it was a fully international panel with Michael Quinney judging, and of course German judging, the German Shepherds and other judges. Immediately after that, the national show was decided to be held only on in Chennai, which was a very bad decision, because in 1996 the national show in Chennai, I was present, and we had the sponsor who had actually sponsored the show. I think it was Pedigree or whatever. I just don't remember exactly. But then the sponsors dropped out, and there was a void in the show as to how to cover up the deficit that was created by the main sponsor pulling out. Well, a very sort of a large-hearted man who came in and offered to fill in the gap, and well, no one knew what was going to happen after that. What ensued was not really good for the dog game. So the sponsor came in and paid the money, but then everything went haywire. The whole kennel club was, there was a syndicate that was formed, and the dog world was sold out. So you had a syndicate operating, which was funded by this very magnanimous person, and then there were a group of dogs, maybe 1 to 5, 1 to 6, whatever, and they were the dogs that had to win if they went to a dog show. So they had everything set up, and so there was a manager who managed, who got in judges, and the judges were all tutored what to do, and so it just went on. So dog games started dying in this country. The dog show ring slowly, the entries depleted, and which was very alarming. But the syndicate was happy; they were making millions. And then what happened was, later on, of course, as you know, the club is in court cases. There are plenty of sponsors now who buy the shows, and it is their dogs that have to win, and that is how the syndicate made hundreds of crores in privately, and the kennel club also, of course, made some money. But then came in 2013, there was a complete ban on importation of dogs. So what started was a smuggling. That again was sponsored by the syndicate, because all the smuggled dogs that came in were engrossed and imported, and our administration has not yet waken up to this fact and got hold of the culprits who've been making money from sponsoring this large-scale smuggling activities across our borders in Nepal, Burma, Bangladesh, and others. Now with this, I would like to tell you that the coming season, of course, looks very promising, with lots of dog shows being planned across Pan-India, and there will be new judges who are going to come in. I will suggest to all these newcomers who are going to come and judge and enjoy their passion, that please be very, very honest to this job. This is our temple where we go to pray. This is our place where you need to be honest for the dog game to survive and to grow. As it is in India, it is a dying sport. There are only very few people who go to dog shows. Many of the breeds that are actually imported breeds which had come to stay in this country, we would get 40-50 breeds of dogs in a dog show, have all gone, all depleted. We only have 15-20 breeds coming to dog shows nowadays. So it is from these dog shows that you're going to generate entries. More people will be attracted if they know that the judging is fair and that they will come and enjoy a day of fun with their beloved pets. So with these words, I will of course come back to you with more episodes in a short while, and it will cover lot of new topics that would be of interest to the dog lovers of this country. Please subscribe to my channel Animals and Pets with Partho. Also press on the bell button so that you're notified as soon as episode is uploaded, and like and share this channel with your dog loving and animal loving friends. Thank you and bye for now.